I'll show you how to solve an evilsudoku.com puzzle. There's definitely a sort of flow chart that you can kind of work through to solve these puzzles. They don't always resolve the same way, but it's always convenient to know and to work it through in this sort of manner. So here I'm going to start a new Evil Sudoku. It's a classic puzzle. And the first thing that I do when I'm looking at an evilsudoku.com puzzle is I'm looking for the column of boxes of the most candidates available for us to look at and use. So box 1, 4, and 7, we see that's only 2, 4, 7 candidates available. Now we look at box 2, 5, and 8, we see that it's 3, 6, 10 candidates available, so that's already quite a lot. And if you just look at the last 3 boxes here, so box 3, 6, and 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, it's only 6, so this actually has the least. And so it's pretty obvious that we should probably start by looking at columns 5, 6, and 7. So let's solve it. So starting with the number 1, you'll see that 1 can only go in these 2 positions because in columns 4 and 5 it's already occupied, so there we go. And yeah, usually when I'm solving these sort of puzzles, I try to stick to what the experts call a Snyder notation, which is where you pencil mark only when there's only 2 possibilities for a given candidate within a box, row, or column. So I'll try to stick to that with this puzzle engine here. 2, it's a bit too many possibilities for that, so let's look at something else. Yes, number 3, these last 2 rows here are occupied because it's solved in these 2 boxes, so therefore we're going to go here. 4, there's too many possibilities. 5, oh yes, this is big. So 5 occupies this row here. 5 also occupies this column, so 5 has to go here. That also means 5 can go in these 2 spots here, if we look at these 2 columns. And that actually gives us the number 3, so we can put the 3 there, and we see that we're going to go these spots here. Let's look at another number, 6. Cool. So you see 6 can't go in these 2 spots, 6 can't go here, so therefore 6 must go there. And this is also big for us because now you see that these 2 columns here, 6 can't possibly go in, and 6 can't go here. So therefore, that actually gives us 6 and the 1. So that's great. You see something interesting here. You'll see that 2 and 7 are not yet in this box, but they can only go in these 2 spots here. So we actually create a new pair. And you see, if you put a 2 here, you have to put a 7 there. If you put a 7 there, you have to put a 2 there. So therefore, by that logic, 5 can't go here, and 5 can only go in this 1 spot. And then we can actually use that logic there to say, okay, this has to be an 8. So, awesome. Let's keep working through the numbers here. We haven't really looked at 9. 9 blocks this spot here and this spot here. So 9 has to go there. Let's see. Let's look at 4. You see that 4 blocks this position and this position. So 4 must go there, and therefore 4 must go in these 2 spots. We have ourselves a pair of numbers here that we can work out in this column. So you'll see that 7 is already seeing this spot, so therefore 7 can only go there. That forces a 2, it forces a 2 here, it forces a 2 here, forces a 7. So now, because of the pair logic here and the columns, uniqueness in columns, 4 and 7 must go in these 2 spots. So, awesome. We already solved quite a bit of the puzzle now because of this insight that we have with evilsudoku.coms and their box formations. So eventually we'll resolve this rectangle here, but do not worry, we can't really do much with it right now. So we're going to start looking at these outer boxes here, and just kind of pick out the numbers with the most candidates available for us. So let's start with 6. You see that these two columns are occupied. This bottom row is occupied, so therefore 6 must go there. And using that row logic, 6 can only go in these 2 spots. Now 6 could actually go in these 2 positions here and these 3, so it's too much for us to work out. So let's move on to another number. 2 occupies these 2 rows, so let's put the 2's there. Right. There's still too many positions for 2 in general, so you got 3 positions there, 3 positions there, 4 positions there, 5 positions here. So that's still way too much for us to really work with. Okay, let's look at 1. Now it must go in these 2 spots here. Keep note that 1 could go in these 4 spots, and 1 could go in these 4 spots. Can't really do anything with that, but it's an interesting thing that we see here. Like, this box columns 1 and 2, this box columns 1 and 3, and this one columns 1, 2, and 3. So it's a little interesting configuration. One's in these 3 spots and these 3. So still too much for us. Let's look at the number 5. Yes, these columns are occupied. This row is occupied. Therefore, 5 must go in these 2 spots. These rows are occupied. Therefore, 5 must go in these 2 positions. These 2 rows are occupied by 5. Therefore, these 2 positions. Still too many. You'll see that these 5 could also all be 5. So let's move on to 7. See, 7 occupies this column here, and the 7 occupies this row. So 7 must only go in these 2 spots. And we could use that 7's here to actually set up this 2 here. So you see, this is occupied, these are occupied. Oh, this is good. This is huge. Rows 1 and 2 are occupied. Column 8 is also occupied by the 7 here. So therefore, 7 must go there. And then we kind of create this sort of rectangles of 7's here. This could be pretty useful for us later in the puzzle. So let's keep a note of that. Let's look at the number 9's. See, 9's here. Occupy this row and this row. So therefore, 9 must go in these 2 spots. Something you need to keep note of. 9 can only go in these 2 spots. 9 can only go in these 2 spots. 9 can only go in these 3 spots. What did I say? 2? Oh, I probably meant 3. 3. Way too many here. 5. So, right. See, is there any other numbers that we haven't really considered yet? There's way too much with 8 going on here. Way too much of 1. 2 is still a little too much. 3. Oh yes, this is useful. So you'll see that 3 occupies this row 3 here. This 3 occupies column 1. That gives us 2 3's here as the only possibilities. Now you'll see that because of these column 1 3 are being occupied, 3 must go in these 2 spots, and we get ourselves another one of these nice rectangles. This is perfect for us because that eliminates these 2 rows of 3, and this 3 eliminates this possibility. So that's just amazing. That just gives us the 3 right here. And you'll see that by the column logic, 3 can only go in these 2 spots. So we have another sort of rectangle here. But this is awesome for us because we actually get to solve a couple more numbers than just that. So get the 2 5's here, which gives us 2 5's here. Notice another rectangle. You'll see a lot of these in these sort of puzzles. That basically means that 5 can't go in these 2 spots. So we removed the 5, and we saw there was already 2 possibilities for it. So it can only go here. Now we can move on from 5. Let's look at the number 9 again. 9 must go here. And this is huge for us because row 1 is occupied by 9 here. Column 8 is occupied by 9 here. So 9 must go in this position. And now we create a pair here of 2 and 9. So that actually gives us the last number in this row. So that means that 8 has to go here. If you look at that here, 8 can only go in these two spots now by the row logic. What we have here is actually a triplet. So 3 positions with 3 numbers. So this actually gives us 2 things. One, let's see, this tells us that this absolutely has to be a 1 because 5, 8, and 3 must occupy these spots. So let's put the 1 there, and we can actually pencil mark the 1 in these 2 positions. That actually tells us that 1 has to go here now. We can pencil mark once in these positions. Too many positions, right. Moving back to the triplet, the next thing that this tells us is that, okay, we only have 3 numbers and 3 positions and 3 numbers and pencils into each of them. That means 3 has to go here because 5 and 8 can't go there, and we already have a pair of 2 and 9s, so we put the 3 here. We see that 3 must go here because we pencil marked it earlier. We'll see that 3 has to go here because we pencil marked it earlier as a pair. And now that we see that 3 is solved, we kind of look at these rows now. So 1 has to go here. 1 has to go here because this eliminates that, and these 2 columns are occupied. 1 has to go here. That gives us 7. That gives us a 7 here. You'll see that now the puzzle is really unraveling. So 6 must go there. 6 has to go here. 6 has to go there. 6 has to go there. Right, next one. We got the 3. 3 has to go there. That's solved. We have 1 remaining candidate in this position, so let's put the 4 in. Right. Okay, there's still some more we have to do with the 4. 4 could go in these positions. Still too many here. We got 3 here, 3 here. So let's look at another number. 2. Okay. 2 can't go here. 2 can't go there. So let's put the 2 down. 2 could go in 2 positions. 2 could go to 2 positions. And here's an interesting thing. Box 1, 2 can only go in columns 1 and 2. Box 7, 2 can only go in columns 1 and 2. Therefore, 2 has to be in column 3 in box 4. So we're going to put the 2 down. Yes, and we're kind of given by Sudoku the 2 here, because it's the last remaining candidate in this column. And then that gives us 2 here, the 2 here. So, awesome. Let's put the 9s down. Yes, 9 has to go there. See, 9 has to go there because this is occupied and this is occupied by this and this respectively. So, awesome. Let's put the 4 down then. 4 has to go here, and then 4 has to go there. You see 4 has to go there. Awesome. Let's put the 7 in. 7 has to go there. 7 has to go there. Awesome. So let's do a 5. 5 has to go here now. 5 has to go there. Ah yes, and I think really all that's left is the 8s. So the 8s down here, 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 and here. And awesome. Now we have ourselves a solved evil Sudoku.com puzzle. Hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching.